Hey everyone, welcome back to Code with Poonam. It's day 78 of our 100 days of coding challenge in JavaScript. Today's challenge is all about to check if two strings are complementary or not. So let's proceed with this challenge and we will move towards our VS Code. If we see in the VS Code, we have here our question along with the sample input and output. So let's read out the question. What is the question? We have to write a JS function that checks if two strings are complementary, and in the bracket it is written together contain all 26 English letters exactly once. Okay, and here we have what, two inputs, right? And where we are getting here output as yes, and here we are getting output as no, right? Now we will come down, and first of all we are going to break this particular question. Okay, so what is the first thing here? We have to write a JavaScript function. So I will take this and I'm going to put it over here. Okay, after that, what is the next important part? That we have to check if two strings are complementary, right? So that also we are going to put it over here. Okay, now when a two string is complementary, they have mentioned in the bracket. Okay, so I will take this and I will write it over here. So when they are complementary, when together they contain all 26 English letter, and it should be only once. Okay, that means exactly once. So that is meaning of a complementary over here. Okay, now let us come above and we will define our function name as what? Are complementary. Okay, because this question is saying check if two strings are complementary. So we will define our function name as what? Are complementary. So let us remove the space and I will put here capital C, and here I will put the parenthesis. So this will be our function name. Okay, now let us come above and we will understand this input and output which is being provided to us. So in this case, we are getting output as yes. That means both the strings, when we are combining it up or when we are bringing together, they are giving me all the English 26 letters, and only once they are giving me. Okay, and here it is being said no, right? That means when you combine both the string, you are not getting your 26 English letters. Okay, that is why here it is no. Here we can make out also, right? Here it is AABBCC, and here it is DDEEFF, right? So here we don't have those letters only, right? So that is why here we are getting output as no. If you check here, it is a combination of all the English 26 letters, right? That is why here we are getting output as what? Yes. Okay. Now we will come down and we will write our approach for this particular question. Okay. So I will write here what? Approach. Okay. Now this question, we are going to solve it by using the JavaScript string methods, sets and regular expressions. Okay, that is regex. Okay, and sets we have seen in our previous videos also. So do watch out those challenges as well. Okay, now here our goal is to determine whether the two strings together contain all the 26 letter, and that also exactly once. Okay, so that is what we have to determine here. So how we will be doing it? So first thing what we are going to do, we are going to combine our string. Okay, so I will write here what? Combine the string. Okay, so let me write it over here. After that, what we are going to do, we will declare a variable called as a combined string. Okay, and we will just use a simple concatenation for combining. Okay, so I will write here what? String 1 plus string 2, because we have two strings, right? And for combining, we are just using what? Concatenation. So that is what I have written here. Okay. Now, once we get a single string, then what we will do, we will come down and we will convert it into a lowercase. Okay. Now, why lowercase? Because we want to handle our case insensitive, right? So that is why we are going to convert it into a lowercase. Okay. Now to convert it into a lowercase, what is the method? It is nothing but toLowerCase. Okay. So we are going to use here what? Which method? toLowerCase. Okay. This is our method which we are going to use it. Okay. So what we will do, we will come here and we will write here what? Lowercase str we will write. And this combined str is there. No, this combined str, we have to convert it into a lowercase. So I will write it here like this. Okay. That is what we are going to get it now. After this, what will happen? Every character, whatever will be there, it will get converted into a lowercase. Okay. Now, after that, what we have to do, once we have combined the string and we converted into a lowercase, now we have to remove the duplicates also, right? So for removing the duplicates, what method we are going to use it? We will be using our set method. Okay. So we will write here what? Set method. Okay. So now let us do that as well. So what we will do here is we are going to declare a variable called as what? Unique characters we will write here, okay? Because it is going to give me only the unique characters, right? So that is what I'm going to write here, and I will use here what? New set. And in this, I am just going to pass my lowercase str, okay? That is how I am going to pass it, and it is going to return me what? A set object, and it will have only unique characters inside it. Okay. So when we use the set, it automatically filters out the duplicate and it gives only the unique characters, right? So that is what we are left right now with. Okay. Now, till now, what we have done, we have combined the string by simple concatenate, right? Then we have converted to a lowercase by using a toLowerCase method, and then we have removed a duplicates, right? By using a set method, right? Now, what is the set method going to return? It is going to return a set object, okay? So finally, we are left with what? Set object, okay? After this, what we are going to do? We are going to do a conditional check. So I will write here what? Conditional check. Now, what is the conditional check we are going to do? So first we have to check that it should have 26 unique characters, okay? So I will write here what? 26 unique characters, okay? After that, what we have to check that it should contain only A to Z, okay? It should not contain any special characters, nor the numbers, nothing. It should have only A to Z, right? So for this, what we are going to use? We are going to use our set size property, okay? So that is going to give me the size of that particular set object, okay? So how we are going to write it? So we will write here what? Unique characters dot size, okay? So this will give me the size of that particular object, okay? After that, how we are going to check it that it is only having A to Z? For that, we are going to write here what? Our rejects, okay? So I will write here the rejects, okay? So we have to write here what? 2 forward slash, right? And in this, we are going to write here this exponential sign. This is nothing but the start of the string, right? Then in a square bracket, we are going to write what? A to Z, right? So this is what? It is going to match one or more lowercase letters, right? That is why we have written small a to Z, because we already converted into a lowercase, right? Then we are going to write here what? Plus. Then I will write here what? Dollar. And then we will write here what? Full stop. Okay. So what does this mean? अच्छा ये reject से वापस करते हैं. So we will write here what? Our rejects pattern. So it will be 2 forward slash, then there will be an exponential sign. This is nothing but the start of the string. After that, we will write here in a square bracket A to Z, right? So it is going to match one or more lowercase letters, right? So already we converted into a lowercase. That is why I'm writing smaller A to Z, okay? After that, I am going to write here what? Plus, and then I will write here what? Dollar, okay? So this is nothing but our end of the string, right? And after that, what we are going to write here? We will be writing our dot test. And to this test, we are going to pass our lowercase string, okay? So this is what we are going to pass it. We are not going to pass this unique characters, okay? Why not unique characters? Because it is not a string right now, it is a set object. So we will pass here what? Our lowercase str, okay? So then it is going to check, because it is going to check whether all of them are having A to Z or not. If any one of them is not going to be there, then it will return as an error, okay? So that is what we are going to do. So that is why we have to do a double check that it should hold all the 26 characters. That means we are going to just do a is equal to 26, and then we will test it with our rejects also. So how we are going to write it? So we will come down and we will write our if condition. Okay. So in this if condition, what we are going to write? We will write what? Unique characters dot size is equal to 26. That is what I said earlier, right? And we will use here what? Our AND operator, and then we are going to use this rejects over here, okay? Directly like this. So I'll just put it over here, and if this both the condition turns out to be true, then what we have to do? We have to print what? Yes, right? Our output, if you see, it is in form of a yes and it is in form of a no, right? So we will come down and we will print here what? Yes, okay, if turns out to be true. If not, then we will come here and we will write here our else statement, and we are going to print here what? No, right? So that also I will write here. So we are going to print here what? No. So this was our final approach, and that is what we are going to do it here. So what we are going to do? First combine it, correct? Then we have to convert it into a lowercase, okay? And then get our unique characters so that we can get the size of that set object, okay? It should be always is equal to 26, right? That is what we have done here. And after that, what we are going to test? We are going to test that whatever our lowercase str is, it should hold only smaller letter A to Z. That means lowercase letters, right? And if this both the condition turns out to be true, then we have to console or print yes. Otherwise, we have to console or print what? No, right? So that is what we have to do. And I will show you everything in the console.log statement also. Now we will come down and we will write our same approach inside our function also. So let us come here and we will write here what? Function. And I will write here what? R complementary, correct? That was our function name which we decided. Now let us quickly invoke it, okay? So I will write here what? R complementary, okay? And in this we are going to pass our both the string. So let us first pass our first input. So we will take this and we will come down and we will pass it over here, okay? And now let us pass our second input string also. So let us come above and we will take this input string, okay? Now let us come down and we will pass it over here, okay? Now what we will do, we will come here and we will receive it here as a params, right? So I will write here what? String 1 comma string 2 we are going to write, and we will just console it out. So I will write here what? Console.log of string 1 comma string 2, okay? Now let us come here and test it. So I will write here what? Node day 78 challenge, and we will hit enter. What do I got? I got my both the strings, right? Now what we have to do? First we have to concatenate, right? So I will come here and I will declare a variable called as a let combined str is equal to, and I'm just going to concatenate it, okay? So string 1 plus string 2, I am going to write it here, and I will just console it out and I'll show you now. Console.log combined str, okay? Now let us see what do we get. So I will write here what? Node day 78 challenge and hit enter. If we see what do we got? We got this as an output, okay? So it has concatenated and it has become one string, okay? Now what we have to do? We have to convert it into a lowercase, right? So that also let us do it. So we will come here and what we will do? Create another variable called as what? Let lowercase str, okay? I will write it like this. And what we are going to do? Combined str dot toLowerCase is our method, right? So we will use it and we will write it over here. And now let us console this also. So I will write here what? Console.log lowercase str, okay? And now let us come here and we will just test it out in the terminal. So let us clear it up and we will write here what? Node day 78 challenge and hit enter. If we see, we got converted into a lowercase, right? This was a combined one and it was giving me in a caps lock, right? And here it is giving me what? In a small letters. That means in a lowercase, right? Now we will come here and what we will do? We will come down and we have to get our unique characters, right? To get the size of that unique characters, right? So what we will write here? We will declare another variable called as a let unique characters here. And we will what do? Is equal to, I am going to write, and here new and we will write here what set, and in this I am going to pass our lowercase str. Now let us see what do we get. Okay, so I will write here what console.log unique chars. Okay, now let us see. So we will clear it up and I will write here what node day 78 challenge and hit enter. If you see, we got here what set object, right? That is why we have to use now size property of our set method. Okay, so this is what we are getting it right now. Now let us test the size. Okay, now let us get the size of this set object. So I will write here what console.log and I will write here what unique chars dot size. Let us see what we get the size. We can see here it is 26. Let us see it is giving me the same or not. Okay, so let us clear it up and I will write here what node day 78 challenge and we will hit enter. What do I got? I got here 26. That means if we are passing it dot size property, we will get the size of the set object. Okay, now let us come down and we will do our condition check. Okay, so what I am going to write, if our unique chars dot size is equal to 26, right? And we have to write our rejects. Okay, so let us take the rejects from here itself and we will put it down. Okay, so I will pass it over here, and if this condition is true, then we have to print here yes. So I will write here what console.log of yes, right? And we will come down and we will write our else also, and I will write here what console.log of no, right? Now let us just test it out. We will come here, we will clear the terminal, and I will write here what node day 78 challenge and hit enter. If you see, I am getting here what yes, and it is giving me the 26 characters also. That means this is holding all the unique characters, and the length, or we can say the size of it, what it is 26. Okay, now we will come here and we will invoke it with our another input string which they provided. Okay, and I will just comment this particular line because this is filling my terminal. Okay, so let us come here and we will clear it up and I will write here what node day 78 challenge and hit enter. If you see, we got here our 26 and yes, right? Now let us invoke it one more time. So I will write here what R complementary and we will take the input string from above. Okay, so let us take the first input string and we will pass it over here. Okay, and let's go above again and we will take our another input string also. So let us take this and we will pass it over here. By the input itself, we know it should come output as no, right? Let us test it out. So I will come here and we will clear it up and I will write here what node day 78 challenge and we will hit enter. See here, I am getting only 6 and it is a no. Okay, that means this condition is not getting satisfied with this two input string, right? It is only getting satisfied with this input string. Okay, so that is where we have found out that this string which we are passing is a complementary string and this is not a complementary string. Okay, now let us comment our console.log statement. So I will comment this out. This also I'm going to comment it and this also. And finally, we will once again test it in our terminal. So I will write here what node day 78 challenge and we will hit enter. If you see, we got here yes and no. So yes is for this input string and no is for this input strings. Okay. Now let us have a quick recap of this particular question. Okay, so let us come above and read out the question. We have to write here what JavaScript function that check if two strings are complementary, right? And in bracket, they have given what together both the strings should contain all the 26 letters exactly once, right? And here they gave us the input and output, right? And then at line number 12, 13 and 14, what we did, we broke down our question and we wrote the important part of the question and we defined our function name as what? R complementary, right? Then we understood how we are reaching to this particular output, and then we wrote our approach, right? So in the approach, what we understood that here we will have to use our string methods, our set and our rejects, right? That is what we have done. Then we came here and we combined our string by using a simple concatenation method, right? We concatenated here both the string into a single string for easy checking, right? Then we came down and then we converted into a lowercase, right? Our combined string to handle our case insensitive, right? So we used here which method? toLowerCase method, right? Then we came down and we removed the duplicates, right? By using a set method. So this set method automatically gives us what? It gives us a unique characters only, right? So it automatically filters out the duplicates and gives us the unique characters, right? That is where we used our set method. And what it returns? It returns a set object, correct? After that, we understood we have to do a conditional check, right? It should check for what? Only for the 26 letters, and also it should contain only A to Z characters, right? So we have to count the number of unique characters stored in our set using the size property, right? So that is what we did here, unique characters dot size. And after that, for this, we wrote our rejects pattern, right? So that it can easily match the given pattern, correct? And if it is not matching, then our rejects is going to fail, okay? So then we came here and we wrote our conditional statement, right? Using our AND operator. So this condition also should come true and this condition also should come true. And if our both the conditions are true, it is going to print yes, otherwise it will print no. And that is where we will get our final output, right? Then we came at line number 34 and we defined our function name as what? R complementary, right? And here we were receiving our two input string inside our string 1 and string 2 as a params, right? Then we just consoled here to test it out, right? Whether we are receiving it or not, right? Then what we did here, we declared a variable called as a combined str and we simply concatenated it, right? Then we declared a variable called as a lowercase str and we converted into a lowercase, right? And then here we came and found out our what? Unique characters using a set method, right? Which automatically filters out the duplicates, right? So after that, what we did, we just counted the number of the unique characters, right? By using the size property, correct? And then we wrote our conditional statement, right? So if this both the conditions are going to be true, then you please give me yes, otherwise you give me no, right? And that is what we did it here. And then at line number 54 and 55, we invoked the function with different input string, right? And we got here output also, right? So let us clear the terminal and we will write here what? Node day 78 challenge and we will hit enter. So we are getting here what? Yes and no. That means this particular input string is satisfying the condition and this particular input string is not satisfying the condition, right? So guys, try this out with different input strings and give me the output in the comment section. Now I will tell you why this challenge is useful. It helps in understanding the string manipulation sets and the use of regular expression in JavaScript. Regex knowledge is crucial for validating the patterns and filtering data effectively. Also guys, don't forget to like, share and subscribe for more coding challenges. Keep coding and keep pushing your limits, and I will see you tomorrow with another exciting challenge. So till then, take care. Bye-bye. Thank you so much, guys.